Hi everyone, it's Misty here from TheJollyFatElf. Thank you so much for joining me. In today's video, I have a one stamp 3 ways. Now, it's been a hot minute since I've done this. I used to do this series fairly often back in the day, and I want to bring it back. But before we get into that, if you missed it, I posted a crafty D-stash. Please go buy my stuff. Please go buy my stuff. I still have tons left, and I would really appreciate it if you can support me by purchasing those things. That money goes back into the channel and I can buy new stamps like the one we're going to do today. Okay, so you're getting one stamp 3 ways and you're getting 6 cards and 3 videos. So this is going to be part 1. So all 3 of these videos, I'm going to be using the Mophead Hydrangea stamp from Picket Studio. I will have that link down below. It's not an affiliate link, it's just a link. I'm also going to be linking to you some watercolor markers or watercolor pens that I picked up off Amazon. You guys, they are so good. Like so good. So spoiler alert, they're so good. If you remember, I had all of the Zig pens and I just didn't like them. I didn't feel like they blended easily. Like I just felt like you had to really fussy around with these markers you do not. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you the cards you saw on the thumbnail, and then we'll do 2 cards next video and 2 cards after that. So if you are interested in maybe voting on which stamp I use for this project, etc., be sure to check out my Facebook group or my Facebook page. Both of those are linked in the description box down below, along with a link to the D-stash video and the D-stash spreadsheet. If you see something that you want and you're not happy with, you think you want it a little bit cheaper, make me an offer. Like I am literally at that point where I just need all of this gone because I want to film a craft room tour. And I cannot do that until all of that is gone because right now it's in basket on my desk. So yeah, I would appreciate it. So anyway, that's enough jibber jabber. Let's head over to the craft table, and I'm gonna walk you through this card. Oh, before I forget, let me know what you think about the new photo setup because I'm kind of obsessed with it, but I'm also wondering if I should change it around a little bit. You'll have to let me know. Okay, let's go. All right, friends, we are starting with the Mophead Hydrangea from Picket Studio. They do these really beautiful oversized 6x6 florals. They've done a succulent that I turned into a poinsettia. They have a peony that I colored a few years back. If I can find the picture, I'll throw it up. And then they have this one. And there's just something about these huge florals that I absolutely love. And I don't know what it was about this past weekend, but I was just like, I was in a funk. And I was like, I really want a watercolor. So these are the Chromatech watercolor pens. These are the same thing as the Zig pens that I sold a couple of years ago. Speaking of, I have a D-stash video. I will try to remember to link down below. So if you haven't checked it out, please do. I'm selling a ton of stuff to make way for new stuff. So yeah, anyway, I lost my train of thought. Oh, the Chromatech. So I sold the Zig pens because I just had such a hard time with them. I didn't enjoy blending with them. Like I just didn't enjoy them whatsoever. These pens, I feel like are so much better. Now it's only $54. So I'll have these linked down below. It's not an affiliate link. It's just a link to Amazon and it's 54 count. These are lovely. They blended easily and I ended up blending them with the water pen. It comes with the water pen, it comes with paper, and I actually preferred it without the water. So I have stamped this in VersaFine Onyx Black ink. That's my favorite black if I'm going to be doing watercoloring, etc. It is a pigment ink, meaning that it will take a little bit longer to dry. But what I like to do is to heat emboss. So before I stamped, I used the anti-static tool. I stamped it and then I added clear embossing powder, and now I'm melting it with my heat gun. And I missed a little spot, so you can see me do that right there. Hold on, I've got dry mouth. Ugh. Okay. So the colors I'm using are fuchsia, bright pink, pink, and then light pink. and it's just so beautiful. Now, I know most of the time hydrangea aren't this bold, but this black just called to me to be bold. And there is actually a hot pink hydrangea that kind of turns into green, or starts greens and turns into pink. I don't remember what it's called, but I saw it on the cover of Better Homes and Gardens like 10 years ago. And I was like, that's so pretty. And Rob and I have been talking about growing one, but everything I've heard and read about them, it's like they're hard to grow. And I'm like, we need something that will just grow itself, kind of like a rose or something. So yeah, but this paper is so good. I don't know if they sell this paper separately, but I would buy it. And there are actually sketches on this paper. I had no idea. I didn't even notice them until I went to make like the second or the third card image. And I was like, oh my goodness. So you could actually practice, but I just stamped on it. I do wish it was bright white. And hopefully I will get, I do have some, is it Stadler? I don't know. I've got some watercolor paper, but I need to pick up some more. So I am taking the fuchsia, which is the darkest color, and I'm sorry for the glare. It's because of the embossing, but I am taking the darkest color where the darkest places would be. So like under the fold of the flower, in the center of the flower, and I'm making my way up the flower, and I'm using the water. So I'm going halfway with the color and then going the rest of the way with the water. And again, these would have blended out perfectly without even using water. They're that, the whatever pigment they're using in them just blends beautifully. I love it so very much. So I'm just going to continue coloring this. I'm going to turn on some music and let you watch me color. And then I will catch back up with you when we're ready to make these into a card. So I'm just finishing up going around it. You guys know I love to put a blue border around my images. Again, you can see just how easy these markers blend out. Again, I will have them linked down below, not affiliate. If you guys want to see more with them, just let me know. So I knew from the get-go that I wanted this to be 2 cards. It's 6 by 6, I think, if you don't cut it down, and that's just an odd size. I don't carry those envelopes if I'm going to sell this on Etsy, etc. So I used the next to largest circle, actually maybe the 3rd largest circle, from the dies from, who is this? Pink and Main, to cut out a rectangle, a stitch rectangle, and then I'm going to use the leftover piece for the other card. You guys know, you saw the thumbnail, but if you know me and you've been with me for a while, you know that when I do bright florals, I want a black and white stripe or I want black and white behind it. So this is a paper pad from My Favorite Things, and I got some things during their 40% off sale. I got paper and none of the paper felt the same. Like, I don't know if they're testing paper styles or testing paper. I don't know what they're doing, but I didn't like the feel of that black and white. And then there's another pad that feels thin, like almost like copy paper. So you guys will have to let me know if you've experienced the same. So now I'm coming in with the largest circle. The largest stitch rectangle, and I'm going to use that to cut out a piece of black cardstock. I thought I might do a slimline card. That's why you see those slimline dies out. And then I have some mini slimline dies from MFT, and I didn't want those either. So you guys know I don't do anything ahead of time. Like I said, I just sat down. I went ahead and turned on the camera in case things turned out, and I ended up making 6 cards. But I went into this without a plan. I just knew that I wanted to watercolor, and this is what happens sometimes when you just let your creativity take you where it's going to take you. So I thought maybe I'd use houndstooth. The houndstooth felt a little too busy for this big, bold image. So I decided to use the stripe. Now this paper is from Catherine Pooler. She's one of the only manufacturers, you guys will have to let me know if there's someone else, who actually makes slimline paper. So I brought in, I think this is Melon Mambo from Stampin' Up! And it's cut to 4 1/4 by 11. And I've squared it at 5 1/2. I have a whole basket full of inside card layers that I cut out of really cheap cardstock. I cut them down to 4 by 5 1/4, and I have like 100 of them in my drawer because you guys know I like to use colored cardstock pretty often, and I always like to put a white layer in, no matter what color. So I kind of offset that stripe paper, and I'm adding a ton of sticky behind this. You know I love to do this too. I am of the thought that the more adhesive, the better. Again, I sell my cards. For those of you who are new, I sell my cards on Etsy, and I don't want it to get to the person who's buying it and then get to the other person they're sending it to and it fall apart. So I am of the mindset that the more the merrier. So we're playing with the last little image. And as you can see here, that even using that die, I'm left with a pretty decent sized image. Oh, that looks really nice on camera. I should have gone with that. That actually looks really nice on camera. But I ended up bringing in another stripe, and they kind of coordinate. I don't know if I'll sell them together, if I'll sell them separate. You guys will have to let me know what you think in the comments down below. So yeah, let me know if you'd like to see me do more with these. Again, they were really easy to blend. I need to play with them on my hammer mill cardstock to see if I like them on that as well. But yeah, after we get this all here, that's going to be it. So this is going to be the first of 3 videos. You're going to get maybe 2 this week, maybe 1 this week. I'm going to spread them out just a little bit because I'm still doing the Pride collabs on Friday till the end of the month. So be on the lookout for these. And yeah, if you're not following me over on Instagram, please do that. I'd appreciate it. And again, if you haven't checked out my D-stash, I have a ton of stuff that I would really like to get rid of. So make me an offer, whatever you want to do. I just need it gone. So please, and thank you. All right, friends, that's it for me today. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate you. Be on the lookout for Friday's video. It'll be another collab video. And yeah, I'm hoping to have another planner video up soon. I haven't even planned for this week. I need to sit down and do that. I may just not even film that one and just get her done. But yeah, anyway, I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.